Hi everyone, Jim here from Mystery and Mayhem. Welcome to my channel. Today is the day after Boxing Day. I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and they spent time with their family and everybody is safe and sound. We had a great time. I mean, we always do ours on Boxing Day. We've done that for years now, and we had a nice Christmas at my son's place last night. Awesome day. And I just hope everyone else enjoyed their Christmas. Now it's kind of a weird limbo in between Christmas and New Year's, which is always weird. But we think about the old year going out and we think about the new year going in. So, I mean, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I did in 2023, what I accomplished, and what I plan maybe for 2024. Well, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody for following me. I think I'm at like 525 subs right now. Yeah, and I couldn't have done that without getting a few shout outs from some other kindly booktubers, some friends. I'd like to call them friends. I mean, I've developed a few relationships on BookTube here, which I'd like to nurture going forward in 2024. I mean, that's the great thing about this community is everybody's friendly, everybody's willing to help everybody else, and I think it's fantastic. It's a great community, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So 2023, my channel started in the beginning of September. I wanted to, when I started it, I wanted to focus on mystery fiction, detective fiction, PI, pulp stuff, not necessarily the newer stuff, but a lot of the older stuff, which I didn't see a lot of on any YouTube or BookTube channels. But I got a little distracted with some reading challenges and book tags, which was fine because it was a fine training ground for me when I did Occult Detective October. Which was created by MJ over Reading This Life. I mean, it's like I just jumped in with both feet, and I enjoyed that so much. And the books I read were fantastic, and it was that kind of thing was right up my alley because I like paranormal stuff, fantasy stuff, and detective stuff. And when you combine those two into occult detective stories, I mean, it was just fantastic. I had a lot of fun with that, and I hope you guys enjoyed my videos that I did on that. And then November, I got into Dr. November, which was spy and fiction. And again, that's another thing that I just loved. I mean, I've been reading James Bond since I was like a teenager in high school. So that was a lot of fun. And it gave me a chance to be on a couple of live streams with Mark and Greg and Randy, which was a lot of fun. That was kind of a different thing for me. I'm a bit of an introvert. I'm not the greatest talker in the world, but that gave me an opportunity to get on there and talk to you guys and talk to them. I did a buddy read with them on the book John le Carré's novel, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. And I'd never read that book, and it's a book that I had been meaning to read for literally years, and I'm really glad I did, because it was such a great book, so well written. And sorry, I've got a bit of a dry throat when I'm talking. I woke up this morning with a bit of a sore throat, so hopefully I didn't catch anything from the kids yesterday. But I read that book, The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, and it was just such a great book. I enjoyed it so much, and it was such an interesting way to read it with other people, and then get a chance to talk about it like that. And I'm looking forward to doing more books like that in the future. It was a good book. I consider it like a standalone novel, even though it's part of the George Smiley series, apparently. But I mean, to me, that was just the perfect standalone novel. But I mean, enough about that novel. I want to do a quick general overview of things. I don't want to dwell too much on one thing or the other. But again, it was an awesome opportunity to connect with people and read some books, which is what we're all here for. And yeah, so I showed you guys some of my vintage mysteries and some of the books that I love, which that video got a lot of likes. I mean, apparently you guys really liked that when I showed you some of the books that I love and my vintage mysteries. So if there's anything you guys really want to see from me, if you want to see more vintage mysteries, I've got all kinds of vintage paperbacks. I've got vintage historical novels. I've got all kinds of vintage westerns, a lot of Louis L'Amour westerns. I've got tons of fantasy novels. I've got a whole bunch of Michael Moorcock stuff, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Robert E. Howard. I mean, the list goes on and on. If you guys, if you're interested in any of that, or there's anything else that you would like to hear on this channel that maybe you think I don't have, yeah, just make a comment below, and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, what else did I want to go on about? Yeah, 2024. What I really want to do for 2024 going forward, the plan was I want to get into a better routine. I want to set aside some days, like for instance, maybe I'll do a Detective Thursday every Thursday, where I'll talk about a certain, detective series or character or writer, and really kind of do a deep dive into that every Thursday. And I'd like to get more into comic book stuff. Like I've got a whole wall of comic books here to my right, and on my shelves here I've got all kinds of Conan stuff. I mean, Conan, over the years, since I was a kid, Conan has kind of been my focus for collecting. I've got most of the comics, most of the Marvel comics, most of the Dark Horse stuff, and then I got a lot of the collections too. I've got most of the Dark Horse Chronicles of Conan reprints that they did, and then when they had their own comic, I've got most of those. So yeah, I can talk Conan till the end of time, honestly. And I know a lot of you guys out there too love Conan, but that might not be why you watch me. Maybe you watch me for the mysteries. And yeah, I'm fine with that too, because I've got a whole Sherlock Holmes shelf. You've seen some Sherlock Holmes stuff here already. But yeah, Raymond Chandler, I've got all kinds of hard case crime books over here. So I'd really like to hear from you and see what you think, and what you'd like to see on here. But yeah, I didn't want to talk too long today. I didn't really get a Merry Christmas video up. I'm sitting there Christmas Eve and Christmas with my wife, and I'm seeing all of you guys put up your Merry Christmas videos, and I'm thinking, oh no, I screwed up. I should have done one to release on Christmas, but I didn't, and I didn't worry too much about it, because I knew I'd put one up after, and yeah, I'm gonna put more up when I can. I'm going to try to put more videos up than I do. Ideally, I'd like to put maybe 3 videos up a week instead of the 2 videos I've been doing every week. And yeah, so 2024, I'm really gonna double down on stuff and get a lot of stuff done. My son gave me this awesome microphone for my birthday, and a stand with a ring light. So I'm going to kind of really ramp up the whole studio aspect and try to be a bit more consistent with my postings, and not necessarily professional. It's weird. I like a lot of the videos that just have the conversational chat. I love that. But then I also love the ones that have, the same, professionally done, same thing every video, the same background, the same, like Criminal's got his routine, and Michael K. Vaughan's got his routine that he does in their background, and I'm still trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to do this or what I want to do. I waffle back and forth, Gareth from Book, Songs, and Other Magic, this is what he does. He sits and he has a nice conversation with people, and I love that. So I don't know, maybe I can intermingle conversational chats like this with more professional, talking about the books. But again, I mean, you guys let me know what you want to hear and what you'd prefer. Maybe you'd like both. Maybe you'd prefer one over the other. I don't know. But I think I'll call it on this one today and just wish you guys well. And I'm sure I'll get a video up before the new year. But if not, Happy New Year and all the best to you, and stay safe and keep reading, everyone. Take care.